How many times have you caught yourself scrolling for hours, without realizing it, consuming short and instant videos, feeling that momentary pleasure, but soon after, a sense of emptiness? Technology offers us instant gratification, but at what cost? We are trading our ability to focus, reflect, and dive deep into our lives for a sea of quick distractions. With every swipe, we lose something that will never come back: control over our attention and habits. Do you feel like your focus is diminishing? Or that your mind is becoming increasingly addicted to quick and meaningless stimuli? This video is for you, butterfly. Let's understand together the impact of this digital journey and how we can reclaim our mental freedom. Welcome to Personal Metamorphosis, the channel where we guide you, butterfly, through this transformation process. Here, we face the challenges of the modern world, digital consumerism, and distractions that pull us away from our true selves. If you're ready to break patterns and start evolving from the inside out, you're in the right place. Get ready to face reality, without masks, and free yourself from the shackles that hold us back. Stay with me until the end of this video. Together, we'll walk the path of self-knowledge, understand the traps that keep us in passivity, and discover how to regain control over our mind and life. It's not just about consuming more content, it's about how to consume consciously and regain mastery over your own attention. We live in a world where stimuli never stop. Every second, we are bombarded with videos, posts, and alerts competing for our attention. This fragmented lifestyle has a profound impact on our minds, especially on our ability to concentrate and engage in deep reflection. However, this addiction to quick stimuli is pushing us into a trap: the reduction of our attention span and the formation of passive habits. This affects our productivity, our ability to interact meaningfully with the world, and, most importantly, our relationship with ourselves. So, what can we do to change this scenario? Let's explore that. In recent years, short-form videos have dominated digital platforms, capturing the attention of millions with their fast, dynamic, and visually stimulating appeal. However, studies and behavioral analyses have shown that excessive consumption of this content can have significant negative impacts on the human brain, particularly in areas such as attention span, emotional control, and productivity. But how did we get to this point? And more importantly, how can we regain control over our attention and behavior? Let's explore these issues in detail and discover ways to use technology more consciously and in balance. 1. Reduced attention span. The human brain evolved to alternate between periods of sustained focus and distraction, allowing for survival in complex environments. However, the excessive consumption of short-form videos, like those found on platforms such as TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, has significantly altered this natural dynamic. These videos are designed to capture and hold attention through intense stimuli, such as rapid transitions, catchy music, and striking visual elements. While this is effective in keeping the viewer engaged, the long-term consequences are concerning. Each time we watch a short video, the brain receives a reward in the form of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with the feeling of pleasure. This frequent and intense release of dopamine occurs because the content is designed to provide immediate gratification without requiring significant cognitive effort. Over time, the brain begins to prefer tasks that offer this type of quick reward, while activities that require sustained attention, such as reading a book or solving complex problems, become less appealing. Additionally, the constant repetition of visual and auditory stimuli trains the brain to seek new content every few seconds. This behavior creates what experts call boredom tolerance, where the mind loses the ability to cope with periods of low stimulation, which are essential for concentration and creativity. Recent research confirms this trend. A study by Microsoft revealed that human attention span dropped from 12 seconds in 2000 to just 8 seconds in 2021, a period marked by increased use of digital devices and social media. This decline represents a significant challenge for activities that require deep focus, such as studying, intellectual work, or even meaningful conversations. Another study published in the Journal of Behavioral Addictions highlighted that excessive use of social media, especially those based on short videos, is associated with deficits in working memory, which is crucial for tasks such as planning, problem-solving, and learning. The reduction in attention span affects not only productivity but also the quality of social interactions and mental health. Common examples include difficulty reading long texts. Many people report that after spending hours consuming short videos, they struggle to focus on reading an article or a book chapter. Constant interruptions. The compulsion to check the phone frequently interrupts the flow of work and conversations, reducing the effectiveness and depth of these activities. Excessive immediacy. A preference for quick rewards discourages persistence in long-term projects, such as learning a new skill or achieving personal goals. If this trend is not addressed, the impact on the cognitive development of younger generations could be even more significant. Children and adolescents, whose brains are still developing, are particularly vulnerable to these effects, which could result in a future population with lower attention capacity and less resilience in facing challenging tasks. To preserve and strengthen attention span, it is essential to adopt practices that prioritize sustained focus, such as regular reading, mindfulness practices, and moderate use of digital devices. By reversing the habit of relying exclusively on short, intense stimuli, it is possible to restore and even enhance this crucial skill for well-being and success in various areas of life. 2. Formation of passive habits. Excessive consumption of short videos on digital platforms has encouraged a behavior of mental and physical passivity. These contents, designed to be quickly digested and provide an instant sense of pleasure, end up conditioning the brain to seek immediate gratification, which hinders engagement in activities that require more effort, planning, and patience. Short videos create a cycle of immediate reinforcement, where the viewer receives quick stimuli that release dopamine in the brain. This chemical reward generates a temporary feeling of pleasure, but not enough to fully satisfy the mind, encouraging the user to keep scrolling to find the next interesting video. This continuous search for more stimuli turns interaction with digital platforms into an automatic and often compulsive behavior. Over time, constant exposure to these cycles of instant rewards conditions the brain to avoid tasks that don't offer the same level of immediate satisfaction. Reading a book, studying, or even engaging in deep conversations, for example, begin to feel tedious because they require more patience and attention than watching short videos. This disinterest in more complex activities hinders the development of important skills, such as concentration, critical thinking, and problem-solving. Another common effect of this passive habit is procrastination. Consuming short videos becomes a way of escaping from more difficult or less pleasant tasks. For example, a person who needs to complete a project might choose to watch just one video to relax, but ends up stuck in a cycle of consumption that consumes hours of their day. In the end, this person feels guilt or frustration for not being productive, but the temporary reward from the videos encourages them to repeat the behavior the next day. In addition to the physical impact, the passive consumption of short videos affects the mental state. When a person spends hours receiving information in small doses, with no need for reflection or interaction, the brain adopts a passive receptivity stance. In this state, it consumes information without questioning or deeply processing what is being presented. This can reduce the ability to think creatively and critically, as the mind gets used to receiving ready-made solutions and ideas, instead of creating them on its own. The passive habits formed online can spill over into social life. When accustomed to consuming content that requires little effort, people may become less inclined to engage in meaningful interactions, such as deep conversations or collective activities. Additionally, the dependency on instant rewards makes it harder to commit to relationships and projects that require more time and dedication. To reverse the formation of passive habits, it's necessary to adopt a conscious and active approach to interacting with technology. Practice mindfulness, set aside moments in the day to disconnect and focus on the present, without digital distractions. Replace passive consumption with active learning. Choose content that challenges your mind, such as courses, documentaries, or books. Set goals and real rewards. Plan activities that generate tangible achievements and offer more lasting rewards than the fleeting pleasure of short videos. Create physical and psychological barriers, disable notifications, organize screen-free times, and prioritize offline moments to avoid the temptation to unconsciously access digital content. By understanding how the excessive consumption of short videos affects the formation of passive habits, it's possible to seek a healthier balance in technology use, allowing it to be a tool for enrichment rather than a source of distraction and dependence. If you identified with what we talked about here, join our personal metamorphosis family. Let's continue this transformation journey together. Be sure to explore our other videos and dive even deeper into topics that will change the way you see the world and yourself. And now, I want to hear from you. How has digital content consumption impacted your attention and habits? Leave your comment below, share your experience, and let's discover together paths to a more balanced and focused life. Remember, just like the butterfly, you have wings to fly high.